Hello guys, this is Ikona ndibuyile Malia and Imlo behind Keep Moving That Away too. And yes guys, ndazi kubethi gqom. There's no gqom here. I cannot gqomarize la. Khona ama copyrights what. Anyways guys, we're talking about the burden that is carried by many firstborns out there. I understand that it's not only the firstborns, but also even if you are not a firstborn, there are many people who are battling with a black tax. I think as somebody who can relate, not just relate because in that endeavor, but having experienced that exactly, I will come out with one thing that is a trick in all of this. You find yourself tricked into do something because you are manipulated. Manipulate, but it works with your emotions. It works with when you're getting emotional blackmail from somebody that you don't want. Nangelinye ilanga ba ingathi angavuka endibona uba ndithe okanye ndingumntwana othe okanye ndingusisi othe okanye ndingubhuti othe. You don't want that. So Tina, we try by all means to secure that, to forever buy that, so that kuze kungathi ngakusasa kuthethwe kakubi ngam. And that's why mhlawumbe it's safe not to say we always try by all means ukuba ngaba kube khona intetho ezithethwayo ngathi zibe only positive, zibe only brushing your ego okanye awufuni in your conscience kuthiwa wale ukwenza into ethile. I don't know mhlawumbe it's naturally so or what, but ibe worse when you are in a toxic environment. Okanye njengesibling uzelwe unabafowenu abanye bayakulandela, mhlawumbe mama wakho mhlawumbe akasebenzi. It's okay guys bakube khona situation ezinjalo. That's the reason why from the beginning you were motivated to go out there and study ukwenzela bangakusasa uzokwazi ukuzimela. I see nothing wrong at all for ukunceda ekhaya. Ekhaya you must help between xa ngaba ubona uba kusokoliwe here and there. Ufake isandla. Ekhaya uyakwazi ukukha umzi nakanjani xa kufuneke ukhe umzi kunento unayo imali yokokha. Ewe awunyanzelekanga kona, but xa ubona isidingo nyani sikhona and nakuwe kuvuma kwengaphakathi andiboni problem. Kuyancedwa ekhaya, amakhaya ayokhiwa, abazali bayancedwa, isibling futhi nazo ziyancedwa. You understand? But izoba i-black text xa sekutheni njeba ibizwa black text nje. And that's why we associate ngoba bazi bathi black bakwenze nje mhlawumbe it's because it's only happening in our black communities and our black families. Kukhona inorm okanye usiko oluthile lokubana xa ugqiba kufunda mahamba ujonge ekhaya uyonikela ngawe wonke ekhaya. Indonga ziyawa, indonga ziyadilika, hamba ujonge ekhaya. I see nothing wrong about that really. Ndibona into efanelekileyo fine ba ingenzeka xa inhliziyo yakho ivuma. Do you understand? Izoba wrong apho kufuneke ube nguYesu Kristu walapho. Kufuneke ube nguYesu Kristu wena. Emotionally, all of a sudden, people, they forget about now you are also an emotional being. They forget about when now you are sebenza. They forget into kubana wherever you are, uhlala, urenta imali. Bacimba mhlawumbe urenta nge-200, abasazazi rent zangoba zibiza i-3,000, i-4,000. And unfortunately, akukho apho ngihamba kuthiwe ebethele nazakhetha irent edura kangako esazi ba kuyadura phayana. Fumanise kumsebenzi wakufuna CBD. And ukusuka out usuke elocation uza eCBD kungayithatha ne1 hour ubele xesha ungena ngo7 emsebenzi okanye ungena ngo7:30. Uzama ungixela ba uzoba ngulo muntu ohlele uvuka ngo4 ngentathakusa. We all want comfortable life. At the end of the day, once you start working, once you start having that little something okwazi kuyi-earn after uyisebenzele, immediately ufuna into engcono for your life. Definitely uzafuna ukuphila comfortably, ungabuvuka ungqinqatheka ngobusiku ngentathakusa uchayisa ngobusiku kulama pharama ngaka agcwele indlela. You'll want to be closer to work, of course. You try by all means to be in a place that is safe, that is secured, a place that will accommodate your car if you have a car, a place that will accommodate you as the woman, because a woman in South Africa is no longer safe, especially for hlala wethu. Maybe ne butlers, maybe safe, maybe ne remote. Zizinto sizidingayo, and we should not feel apologetic for ukufuna ezo zinto ezo. Now urente apho urente ngale 4,000. Ngapho kufuneke unxibile impahla, because kaloku uyayi professional, kufuneka uvele emsebenzini unxibile okanye unxiba lo uniform, but at the end of the day awuzukwazi ukuhamba ngempahla ubwathi uzinxibe varsity jean ne stomach out. You want some time to wear decent, ufuna impahla zakho because that's your money. Now uyakwazi ukuba wenze ekhaya ngeso sandla unaso, but izoba iproblem whereby you have to now contribute noku out of amandleni wakho, ubone uba ngona ke ndenze konke kuphelele nako akusekho okunye, but kufuneka uba still you must give and give. Give and give and give uhamba nantoni la pressure, ihamba ne-emotional blackmail. Kukhona amagama azothethwa kuwe azokuhlaba akulimaze ngaphakathi akhoze izilonda zomoya because uyasebenza. Khona amagama azothethwa zii-siblings zakho because wena ufundile, then bazoxelela okanye ii-siblings zakho ezindala ezanikwe opportunity uba they should go study and they chose to go do alcohol, they chose to go do vaginal work, bafike basebenza bafike basebenza phaya ebhedini zamakhwenkwe, bafike bamitha like iqompi every now and again, mzuzu nomzuzu umuntu ichance ayifumanayo iyamitha. Uyazazi uba umithela abantu, umethela wena bona xa uphume e-university wena uzugade yena, umthengele i-sanitary pads, uphinde futhi uthengele abantwana aba bakhe bayingququ, enzela uba eyakho ilife izoma ibe stagnant, enzela uba wena qhoqhoqo xa usiya emsebenzini ungazukwazi ukuthenga imoto, uhlela ugibela itaxi every now and again, so that your life will not be comfortable to you, so that wona bezoliva comfortable ngawe but wena ungazukwazi ukuphila comfortable. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That's where now it starts to be a toxic relationship. Now that's where now iqala ibe black text, because now kufuneka ucontribute nakangangoko noba sekungasekho ndlela, so ubroke kwawena self songasina shebo apha endlini. You'll be forced to resign, uthatha ipension zakho ngoba lokho umuntu ubhizi ukhala ngekhaya ngomzi wakhe ongcolileyo, kodwa umuntu uthi unepolisi elisebenzayo okanye unotitshala osebenzayo. End up utitshala ethatha ipension zakhe eresign ngoba kaloku ipressure emzalini okanye ipressure kwi-siblings ithi ndilapha. I'm going to that manipulation. It's psychological, Lando, because the take away in the beginning of this convo, each and every moment you want to be validated, you want to relate, you want to belong, you want to always have a clean name. Awufuni any other negativity associated with your name, and therefore you go extra and beyond because ufuna ukuvala. And trust me, lowo mgqomo we-siblings ezizofuna undofuna awusoze ugcwale lo mgqomo lowo, whether you like it or not. Now you'll come back, uyasebenza, usezikweletini, yazi ba izikweletu ungena kanjani kuzo. Omnye umuntu will be saying but come on, how can you say you have many others kweletu joke usazi ba ujongene nakokwenu. Jonga, if ujongene nakokwenu kwi-sibling ezizala kaninzi okanye kuthiwa yokha yenzani thenga abantu bamthengela umama wakho imoto okanye thengela utata wakho imoto, laa nto lena iza ne-burden financially. It doesn't mean just because khona imali oyamse ekhaya apho uzohlala uhlutha automatically, uzohlala so ngasadingi automatically. You'll have needs. I'm not talking about wants. You'll have needs. You will need cosmetics. You will need money. You will need money to push you around. Imali ezokulast until month end. And la mali izobe ingekho. Do you know what you're gonna be doing? You will go and ask for a credit card. That's how it starts, this whole thing. Uyahamba uyofumana i-credit card, bakunike mhlambe 16,000 start depending kwi-credit score yakho, bakunike. Xa bekunika awuzuyiphindisa nje kuba kwi-100 rand okuyi-100 rand, ihamba ne-interest. And then ngaphi idemand imile, umrholo wakho wonke ukwenzela into uyawuthatha udlulise in this way, wena uphila ngesikweleti, so that laa nto ibekade izowenziwa ngolaa mrholo ugqithisileyo ize yenziwe yile credit card. Okubuhlungu i-credit card iyazala. Now uphila nge-credit card, uyarhola imali yakho uyishift it ihambe yangapha, ungapha ubhatala i-credit card eza apha, and then i-credit card izobe ikondla kwenzela zonke izinto sisikweleti. iyanyuka i-credit card because izidingo zikhona. Every now and again, the more usebenzisa i-credit card is the more izocharge i-interest yayo, is the more inyuka igcwala i-credit card. Xa igcwala i-credit card, it means now akusekho mali ungayisebenzisa ku-credit card, kusele only imali ekufuneka uyibhatalile. What do? You call again. Bengicela ukongezela i-credit card, igcwala i-credit card. Ucinga uba xa isongezwa izube ubhatala ngala mali, you'll be paying now something more than what you were just paying before. Because now the amount of imali credit card you've used is more than the one you've used before. Therefore, it means now the installment or the premium that you're going to be paying towards that credit card is going to be even more. And then now the next thing you're like, okay, sharp, I'm focusing on the credit card, but this was udla nthini, impahla uzozidinga, ipaint uzozidinga, you're a woman, you won't be able to know ibra lena even in 8 months to come or in 2 years to come. You will need at least the underwear twice, at least 3 times a year. Nakanjani uzozidinga zona? Uzozidinga cosmetics, uzozidinga into zokuba kuke kube nguwe njengelady uzokuzifune nawe inwele. And nobody should have the audacity to ask you uba zinwele zobuzisaphi na ezo ngoba inwele azibalekanga. Zibalekwe kuwe inwele because you've been working for uba ukwazi uba financially free. Understand? Ukwazi ufumana i-breakthrough ye-finances. Ufuna ukwenza ntoni na? Kwakuthiwa xa sibancinci sebenzani yeka amakhwenkwe, ufunde usebenze ukwazi ukuzimela wenza into oyithandayo. Xa usofuna ukwenza unothanda, you are being manipulated into doing something that you are uncomfortable in doing. There's nothing wrong, again ndiyaphinda, about ukunikela uncede where kukhona khona uncedo. But the problem starts whereby kufuneke ude unikele nangegazi lakho nangenhliziyo yakho nange-emotions zakho nange-stress nango yonke into. Usale une-depression wena self. Uzibona intanga zakho zihamba ziqhuma ziyosebenza zifumene imoto ezinkulu ezivulekileyo apha ngaphezulu, wena uya stuck with a sibling ezala ingayeki because kuthiwa kaloku ujonge ekhaya. Kutsho bona qala xa ungenise ishota kuthiwa incinci imali uyifakileyo kule game because they feel so entitled to your wallet. Now le nto le ihambe ide ibe nzima even when this lonyana setshata. Ithi iBhayibhile lona uzosuka kumamakhe notatakhe ayoncathama emfazini. Still ndisatsho uba sikhona isidingo nyani esobajonga ekhaya even when so indoda so utshatile unomfazi wakho nabantwana bakho, continue ujonge ekhaya. Yes, out of ke mhlamba ukuthi hayi noko uyazama because umama mhlamba akasebenzi, mhlamba akayifumani imali yamakhehlekazi, the old pension. Do you understand? Fine. But the problem starts when the siblings abahleli kokweni, they have a problem yokubana le mali uyithumelayo is not enough for izidingo zasekhaya. When you are only there looking after umama wakho because you're waiting for her okanye your father until he receives the old pension, then baba bayeka isikolo bamitha bahlala ekhaya, they having i-entitlement yokuba bona bafuna imali kuwe kanti basoloko watshata so uzenza ngcono. Ever since you got married, ever since wathatha umfazi, you have changed, you are no longer the same. Kufuneka atshintshe kakade abe ngudoli no longer the same kakade because kaloku he now has a wife, he now has ifamily yakhe ekufuneka ijongile. Indoda must provide and it kuyatshiwo. Ngoku xa ngaba lo mfazi ezile yena ufumanise unye umfazi mhlamba akasebenza okanye uyasebenza mhlamba usebenza ngecontract, isamile icontract, kufuneka babona mabalambe ibe nendoda esebenza ngoba wena ungusqueezer, wena uhle. All you know is to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and therefore you feel into kubana lona yena okoba kwakhona lo mfazi ubhuti wami akasayithumela imali ekhaya. Izidingo ziba khona, ifamily izofuna imoto, bazofuna ukuthenga imoto njengakhaphuli, abantwana babo bahambe bodropa esikolweni. It doesn't mean just because that guy went to school ngenyawo walking every day of his life, therefore it means he'll want the same for his kids. Remember, we live to improve our lives. We live to improve our lives of our upcoming generation. Sometimes what you found happening in your childhood, you always say, for my next generation, I don't want this. I'm cutting this circle. I'm cutting this toxicity. If you're talking about poverty, you always say, I don't want this for my kids. I want to work hard before I give birth. I want to work hard before I take umfazi, so that xa ndimitha lo mfazi umntwana abe nalapho azotya khona. Andifuna uzisa umntwana kulo mhlaba wezono, umhlaba ohlupheka ngandingabi namali. That's what you always say. Do you understand? Therefore, it means what lifestyle mna I've lived andizuyifuna vele for uzimi wami. I was working the same thing. You understand? Because circumstances azithi manje work. But now I'm financially stable. Ndiyakwazi ukusebenza. Uzima uzuba netransporter. Akukho zima uzowalka apha ibanga eli more than 500 meters. 1 kilometer walking to school. Am I nuts? I'll never do that. So now are you telling that brother of yours who is a wife to stop giving a life ayiplanele for abantwana bakhe and feed you wena and your kids? Because wena ungumzali ozala engena order. So that brother of yours is responsible for the poverty you guys are living in at home because nina you refuse ukuphakamisa ubenu bomu. Namhlanje you're going to be blackmailing that guy and say, oh my God, okoko wafunda sehlele phakeme ubhuti wami, okoko wabaliqwetha. Ever since he became a teacher, ever since he became a lawyer, he was never the same again. He's never going to be the same again, vele. He's going to be better. Because now he has money to buy cosmetics, he has money to build his own house. If he has built home and does at least the basic of which we believe, guys, but don't feel entitled to just because asesengondli why asesengasathumeli or squeeze no dade wabo. Odade wabo must go find themselves. It's the very same thing yokuthina if firstborn zobe zothwaliswe umthwalo onzima from a very very younger age. 9 years. You let a child look after your child just because you cannot afford any. Why did you give birth to your second born if you know you cannot afford any? Are you nuts? Do you just open up imi-lens nje uthi uyazala but uyazi ba wena no nanzozalela lo firstborn? Now this child must miss out on his or her childhood because wena you want somebody who's going to look after your second born okanye your last born. Do you know what this firstborn, they carry this resentment? I remember when I was young, ndabethelwa ukubana I was told to look after my cousin meanwhile she was still sleeping. The child side in me, you understand, wanted to go outside and play. Teens in the dish, dish kumnandi, the ball iyabhampa kumnandi, and I'm told to look after a baby or leleo so that if she wakes up ndimgade. I'm very young at that time. Do you know zange ndabethwa because my cousin fell? I resented that cousin. It was like she has asked to be born. It's like she has asked for herself to be brought kulo mhlaba the way ndandimnyanya ngakhona ukubabysitha lamntana. Thanks God afesivana ngoku. But ndandisandonyanya because the burden ozobuyinika umntwana you even hate having kids osomdala. Thanks God now I was happy. I was very prepared to have a child. But this thing, if iyenzeke yaba intense too much, that toxicity, that firstborn end up delaying, not even wanting to have kids because the idea of looking after a newborn baby, it annoys him. Ivusa amanxeba ekudala apholayo. Because when you made that child makabe nebhaden ajonge lo mntwana, even when sesebenza, even when sefunda, kufuna uba makadrop isikole because wena ufuna uba abantwana bakho bazele namanye amadoda phaya uba amaphinde bahoyana, ubumsaphi ubumithelani. Kanti uzoba ibhaden kalo I don't care uba uyisubstitute uthi no it's because kwancedwa ufirstborn akhangamithe akakabi namntwana uzoba nomntwana mhla kwamitha yena. Guys, we all have vaginas. We all have vaginas. You cannot stay in a family whereby kuzobe kukhona i-cousins sisezobe zimitha no bafowenu no dade bamithisayo bahleli bedimanda imali bekulwisa ngemali yakho bekuthuka bethu ziphakamisile. Uhlaleleni kulo family? No, but family is everything. Jonga, if family can be just anybody as long as you're having the same morals and values. Focus on your life. Ayikho into yokukweleta umuntu kweleta siblings zakho. Siyancedanani yes apho khona isidingo. But the moment sekufuneke wenze okungaphezulu kwamandla akho, that is toxicity. Now, that's where I start to talk about boundaries. Umuntu unezinto ozithanda nezinto ongazithandiyo. Unendlela ethile that you're going to be reacting ngayo when somebody treats you in a certain way. And unendlela ozobuphendula ngayo, indlela ozobureacta ngayo because indlela ethile ayithandanga, indlela ethile I appreciate. That is the beginning of you knowing your boundaries. Have boundaries. Saying no will come with ukuzondwa. Saying no will come to ukuthukwa uxeleba uzenza ngcono. But uno wako will take you far. You know, and I can't. No, I cannot. No, I'm unable. No, andizukwazi. Those words will take you where you want to go ngempilo yakho. Whether uyazondwa okanye uzondwa, but uno wako yena uzokuphilisa, uzokuthatha awuse pha kufuneka uye khona. understand no, it means une-boundary issues lo muntu loyo. They fail to understand bangaba umuntu nomuntu unendlela yakhe afuna ukuphila ngayo, umuntu nomuntu une-preferences zakhe. Xa mna ndisiza kuwa ndizokwazi ukutyhoboza egeyithini yakho ndingakhange ndiqonkqoze. It means that when you are a human being, you can't just be yourself, umekanjele. Have boundaries. Be ya, just like any other house out there. It is a fence. And on top of that fence, the owner of that house will have a gate. Ayivale, ayijike. Meaning now, wonke umuntu ohamba phangaphandle kula yard, uzohamba ngqubeka ecingweni. Once they get to the fence, they will know that they are about to trespass because ukusukela kula cingo kuya le, it's no longer their field. But uba ngaba unazi boundary, awunayo hayi, awunayo ho, awunako ukuthi I cannot andikwazi, you'll end up in depression. You'll end up ugula mentally so. You'll end up sick, hating everything, hating a payday. You'll hate the payday, and even you'll hate alone. Just like how I hate alone, and I hate alone. I cannot do to finish it. Every day I pray for God to give me strength to finish. I hate alone with all of my heart. When I think of alone, I get so much emotional. But ngoba nam zange ndibe nayo no. You must have a no. You must have uno oqinileyo othi I cannot andikwazi. Because the only person who's gonna having low credit score is you. You are the one who's gonna be called and harassed by all of these shops, retail shops, asking for their money. Bayabazele into engapheliyo befuna ipampas kuwe wena ungazalanga. They don't feel a shit. You are the one who's going to be feeling installments data every day. You don't know the pain of getting paid namhlanje. Sasuvuka songena selling a 1,000 yombane qha kuphela. So your no is going to take you somewhere. Your no uzokuphilisa. Your no will drive your goals. As sekule ndawo ufuna uba maziye kuye because you have a no, you have a boundary. And uno akazukonwabisa abantu musa uthi ingxaki bazovele bakwate vele kumele bekwatela sinandaba nabo because ngumthetho wabantu who lack irrespect for the boundaries zabanye abantu. They have boundary issues. That's why xa usithi no emntwini, they will feel offended. They will feel uba but they will always have feel like baba entitled to you because they lack a boundary natsika irrespect. You understand? So the moment umntu lacks respect for your boundaries, it means when you forever live to give and give and give, and they keep on taking and taking, they don't have a woe. I understand, my sister, you've been working very hard for us at home. No, my child, I understand, this is too much now, I'll take it from here. There, it's forever gonna be that ungasoze wagcwala. The danger is, you'll go to your 40s. Psychology says, psychology, but in a steps at this stage, you are this person, you want to do this in your life, you are experimenting, you are curious about this. At this stage, you start to be independent, do this and do that. And then kube khona midlife crisis, ipha kwi-40s. Uba ngaba I was creative boundary ngoku awunayo uno when it comes to your financial well-being. Izok-attack i-midlife crisis and kabuhlungu. Yazi why? You'll be looking at missed opportunities. You'll be bitter looking at your classmates okade wenza nabo creative. Sebenemoto, sebenentoni, banemizi paid up. They are happy. They are having out their kids that go everywhere they want. Because baye baba ne-boundaries because they focused. Wena ke wequ ke wena uyazibetray, wena ubetray nenzala le yakho izisapha emhlabeni, uyayi-compromise happiness yayo ngenxa yabantu abangafuni ukuye kuzala. Ngenxa yabazali abafuna ukubhatalwa uba bakhulisile. So once you reach to that stage, esa stage sibuhlungu too much because you reflect back. Bana sesihamba ne-despair phayana. Uma usithi akwaba. How I wish. Ayikho into ezokugulisa njenge-midlife crisis. So experience a moment of despair. You despair each and every moment. Uzothi ube bitter xa ubona intanga zakho seziqhuba imoto ezinkulu because when you missed that chance. So this whole thing of controlling your life goes on with you creating boundaries around you. Boundaries are there to be respected. Unfortunately, nobody is going to rescue you from that. Only you can rescue yourself. After I talked about this other black text video Nina once shared previous years, this guy inboxed me one that way to I'm in these, I think he was in his 40s. I said, you won't believe that I don't have a cent. He's having a very expensive career that pays him kakhulu. Umama wakhe udemand uba makabhatale installment semoto akathengele imoto makakhwele indlu. over 20k eya kula mama. That guy says ikwana I tried to commit suicide more than 2 times. Ndaphathwa yi-COVID ndalala esibhedlele yandibamba ndakwi life support but ndavuka ndithi uyabona it means God has a purpose ngawe. Uzamile by all means to take your life but azange kwenzeka because une-stress athi khona ndikwazi nokondla umfazi wami athi ndondliwe ebukhweni athi my in-laws as a man they are the one who are saving my house, they are the one who are looking after us. What kind of a man am I? I can't even provide for my wife. Athi umntana abantu sefana unyamezele mazi buhlaleleni lo mfazi unyamezele lo mfazi. Now imagine the pain that you inflict ebantwaneni even sebebadala usizi alukho kuba lokufuneka athi nisayelwa yi-2000 mina after i-45,000 ndihola sayelwa yi-2,000 because izikweleti zingenhla. I'm in debt. I'm sinking. I just want to die and vanish. Just that these are the things we don't talk about. I cannot do anything. My family wants this, my family wants that, my family wants this. Mna ndihola 45,000 ndisale 2,000. The wife is the one who's maintaining us. The father of my wife is the one who's looking after us. What kind of a family am I building? So guys, it starts with you. You cut that nonsense cycle. It starts with you. Ayizuqala ngomnye umuntu. And I don't care if nizoxeba no sasizwe simnyama, we look after one another, kwathini akuna one another la. If you are the one who keeps giving and giving and not receiving, it means you are the one looking after. Nobody's looking after you, your emotional well-being, your financial well-being. They don't care.